So you join me now at a very interesting juncture. It's transfer deadline day. There's potentially 3 transfers to be done today, and we've now got to decide if we want to carry on with this transfer deadline. So we've got to say take part or decline. And because we've got 3 transfers coming in, we're going to have to take part. Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco. Today, of course, you've already seen the transfer deadline news, but we're actually playing Luton and Stevenage. That's meant to be the main part of this episode. They're the games we're playing today. Since you're last with us, we have been in phenomenal form to an extent, I suppose. I mean, we've not lost a league game, so that's really good to see. In fact, we've not lost a game at all, apart from the League Cup first round. That was a bit of a disappointment, I suppose. But since the 2-1 win against Wycombe and the 3-1 loss to Burton, we played Morecambe and absolutely decimated them. Raggett got an own goal, which is a bit unfortunate. But David Hanan, that new signing we've got up front, and Elliot Whitehouse scoring both the goals there. If we look at the stats here, we absolutely dominated them. If we look at his analysis, it must have been now, 17 shots to 1 shot. And their 1 shot was deflected by Raggett and went in the back of the net. So it was a bit unfortunate, but we absolutely dominated. We should have scored a lot more goals. We really wasted chances, if we're honest here. We should have done a lot better. We then played Exeter, and as you can see, it was a 4-4 draw. We should have won 4-2. If you notice the time when they scored, 92 and 94. I mean, it was ridiculous. Paul Farman completely to blame there. And he's not really bothered by it, because I had a word with him, and he was like, oh well, don't really care. And he actually tweeted about it afterwards as well, saying this, which is very unprofessional of him, really, if I'm honest with you there. So I think we'll have to keep eyes on Paul, because he could be a bit of a troublemaker. And lack of attitude like that, come on Paul, you're our first choice goalkeeper at the moment. Make sure you're in good form. We moved on from that game though with a 3-1 win over Carlisle. David Hanan, Michael Bostwick and Nathan Arnold getting all of our goals there. It looked a little close for a little while as Jerome Sinclair pulled one back to make it 2-1, but Nathan Arnold's goal later on proved that we were a lot better, so that was really nice to see. A good result there, we played really well. And then last time out, we played Mansfield in the Checkatrade Trophy. We drew 1-1, but we won on penalties. So because of that, and how weird it is, I think it gives us like 2 points instead of 3 points. Or something. 2 points we've got there. So a little bit odd. Notts County beat Everton 4-0. So that was good for County, I suppose. But at least we're in the qualification zone, though. That's all that matters. Because actually, you do get quite a nice bit of money from this. Although it's a Mickey Mouse competition that we don't care about. If we look at the rules, like for group stages, 10k for a win, 5k for a draw, but I think we got 10k because we technically won it anyway, so we got the 10k. If we look down into like the second round, there's like 20k prize money. If we look down here to third round, 40k. If we look down to the semi-finals, quarter-final, 50k. So I presume that the next round must be like 70k semi-final. No money for semi-final. Okay, well, no money for semi-final, but for the final you get 100k, I know that for sure. So there could be a nice bit of money to be made there, so that's a nice little money earner for us. And it's a relatively easy competition, considering it's just us and League 1 and a few under-23 sides. So I reckon we try and go for this season, try and win this competition. In terms of the league, though, we're doing very well in that. Obviously, the 3 wins and a draw puts us joint first with Luton, both on 10 points. They've got better goal difference, which makes today's game against Luton a top of the table clash and a very, very interesting one. Whoever wins it goes top of the table. Unless it's a draw, then Wycombe or Coventry could go ahead of us. Anyway, enough rambling. We need to get on with this transfer stuff. I'll tell you what's going on right now. We've had a lot of players in on trial. They might even still be here. Yeah, there's a lot of players on trial at the moment. None of them are particularly good, apart from this one guy that came in. Is he even still here? I think it's Anton Rogers. Yeah, it's Anton Rogers, who's actually looking pretty decent. 24 years old, 3.5-star current ability, could be 4, and has potential to be 5-star ability. Looking at his reports, has potential to be a League 1 quality player. So we've offered him a contract. It just, depends if he's going to accept it or not. But because on a free transfer, I think he can accept it for quite a while. But he came in later. He was like the 3rd player that we put an offer in for. We had identified, like in between the episodes, that we need some more midfielders. We've got the 4 at the moment of Bostwick, Woodyard, Whitehouse and Billy Knott. However, it's just those 4, and actually we do need more, although we seem to operate with at least 3 of them per game, and to have some more rotation in there, we need something. So there's a few players that we've got, or I say a few, there's 2 players that we're looking at here, Danny Rose and Stuart Sinclair. They're both on the transfer list at respective clubs in League 1, both very, very similar players. Stuart Sinclair is a central midfielder, obviously. Ball-winning midfielder. That's mainly what he does. He can't really do the other stuff that well in comparison. His technical stats aren't that great. His mental stats all right, to be fair, but his physical stats are kind of the best shining part of it. But he's 29 years old now, getting on a little bit. We compare that to Danny Rose. Danny Rose, he's very similar stats everywhere, to be fair. We look at this, they are very similar. However, he can play in more positions. He's more competent in the CDM role as well, so that's better because the other guy wasn't as competent. Look at the reports, though. He's not quite as good. This is the thing. He's not quite as good as potentially this guy we're getting on a free transfer, or as good as the other guy, Stuart Sinclair. Stuart Sinclair is slightly better in terms of current ability and things like that. However, I do think the versatility of Danny Rose is perhaps slightly more better for us, a bit more. We can utilise that a little bit more. On the flip side, though, we're paying Danny Rose £300 a week more, which is, at this level, quite considerable. However, there is one thing that is really, really pressing, and I think it means that we're going to sign one player over the other. Now, this is the issue. We can't have conflicting beards here at Lincoln City. It's clear to everyone that Michael Bostwick is the hairy man at Lincoln City. He's got a good beard on him. Very, very nice facial hair. And quite simply, Stuart Sinclair and Michael Bostwick will just cause so many arguments of who's got the best facial hair. Look at the dynamics. I mean, there'll be a facial hair tab here somewhere at some point, and these two are just going to clash over it. And it's not worth it. It just really isn't worth it. So I think for that reason, when it comes through, we're going to take Danny Rose over Stuart Sinclair. Right, all three players here ready to sign for us. Now, Anton Rodgers, I think, is the we're going to go for him. Essentially, at the time, I was thinking, well, we just found this guy on a free. Let's not spend £40,000 on either one of these players. But I think we'll get Rodgers and Rose. I think that is probably what is going to be best. It gives us a little bit more to work with. Just some more depth in the squad as well, which would be handy, especially when we get to the later stages of the season. We got to get some injuries. So Anton Rodgers is definitely coming on board. He's on £600 a week. For the quality that he's meant to be, this could be a great signing for us. And although Sinclair is technically better, it's his beard that's holding him back. So I think we are going to have the more adaptable Danny Rose joining the squad from Portsmouth for £45,000. Accept that. Sinclair, cancel that. There we go. So we've signed Anton Rodgers there, which is lovely. We'll ask Woodyard to welcome him to the club. Please welcome him to the club. Apparently he's not the right person for the job, though. Alex, you're the captain. Of course you're the right person for the job. Your voice carries weight in the squad and will instantly help Anton feel welcome. He agrees with the sentiment. He just doesn't want to do it. Is there anyone else suitable to do it instead? Paul Farman is the right player to ask, apparently. Thank you, Alex. That is... Jeez. You have one job as captain. One job, and you can't even do it. He's come in, though, looking pretty decent. 3.5 star, current ability, 4-star potential. Ball-winning midfielder, can sort of play anywhere. We've got a lot of ball-winning midfielders, but it's just potential for League One, which is great. I think we've picked up a real gem here on a free transfer. It was somehow let go by Swindon and never picked up by another club, so I think we've done pretty well to get him up. And Danny Rose also signing as well, another 3.5 star current ability player. I won't ask Woodyard to welcome him this time because it just didn't work, did it? Blimey. So this then is the lineup for the game against Luton. We've got Farman in goal, a back four of Habergam, Raggett, Waterfall and Eardley. Although Raggett and Waterfall, very oddly, according to this orange line, mean they don't have a very good partnership. Despite being the partnership that won us promotion from the National League last year, apparently they don't have a good partnership. So we'll leave them for now, but we may bring Dickey on for Waterfall very soon because they do a better partnership. Bostwick is at CDM. Woodyard are not starting Mill today, but we have got Danny Rose on the bench ready to make his debut. Maguire, Drew and Anderson on the wings, and Hanan right up front for us today as Matt Green is recovering from a little knock, but they're just as good as each other, so we sort of interchange them quite a bit. Remember that there is a likes target for 50 likes this week to make sure you get a bonus episode this weekend. So make sure you like the video if you want a bonus episode this weekend. So kick-off here at Sincilbank against Luton. The biggest game of the season so far. First versus second. Who is going to come out on top? It's a clash of titans between me and Ben DPB. I did an interview on his channel the other day. It came out yesterday, I believe. On Monday it came out. So it's just a little chat with me, basically. And if you want to hear about me and Football Manager and my life and Lincoln City, then going to have a look at that. There'll be a link in the description to that now. Maguire Drew, though, on the edge of the area, puts it in, and it's Gone out for a corner, actually, there. His cross was a bit close to the goalkeeper. The keeper puts it behind for a corner. The ball comes in. Raggett is there to head it, and it's gone in the back of the net. Billy Knott's corner onto Raggett's head, and we know just how dangerous our centre-backs are from corners. We've gone 1-0 up against Luton, 11 minutes into the game, and looking at this, we are now top of the league. I mean, since that goal, nothing has particularly happened so far, which is fine by me, on the grounds that, you know, we've gone 1-0 up. Luton are a very, very tough team to beat, so I'm happy for them to be no highlights now, and we just win this game 1-0. I want to be over quick and easy and get the 3 points. I mean, that really was the most boring first half there has ever been, but I'm absolutely fine with it because we're 1-0 up against Luton, and that is all that matters right now. Team talk at half-time, calmly. I'm pleased how things are going, keep it up. And no one's reacted, particularly, which is actually a little bit worrying because I wanted some encouragement from the boys there. I want them to see that, you know, that they look fired up for the second half. I'm now going to the second half feeling a little bit worried that Luton may come back at us, which is not what I want at all. A throw-in for us then, right in the corner flag basically, and Knott gets his head on the ball. I don't know how Knott did that, because Knott is literally the smallest player on the pitch. He's absolutely tiny. So to him to win that header is actually pretty impressive. Well done, Knott there. I'll be giving you bonus points for that. Farmer now with a free kick from an offside position, I imagine. Bostwick now on the ball. Passes it to Woodyard. Woodyard through to Knott playing as that ball-winning midfielder today, although we do like to play him as more of an attacking player, attacking playmaker type sort of player. But he passes it back to Woodyard now, and Woodyard trying to build something. We're sort of passing it around. Woodyard obviously still looking pretty lost after not being able to welcome a player to the club. Maguire-Drew has the shot in the end, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. We've got another corner now, which we are very, very deadly from. Not with the corner this time, but it's cleared away, and I think that will probably be the end of the highlight. I mean, we're doing surprisingly well. It's slightly more one-sided to us than Luton so far, which is good, obviously. I'll take that. But I do think we need to grab another goal just to cement things, make it feel a bit more confident as we're toying. Oh my God, Raggett just made a wonderful through ball up to Hernan. Hernan on the edge of the area, 6-yard box rather, has a shot, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. That was probably what the highlight was for. It's a key element there, but Knott now with another corner puts it into the air, and it's cleared by Stacey, and now Luke Berry can come forward, pass it to Cornick. Are Luton going to come on the counter-attack here now as Hilton comes forward? There's so many of them now. Hilton tackled up at last second by Havigan, but only as far as Stacey. Stacey puts it in the area out to Cornick. Cornick tackled by Eardley, and the danger is cleared, and I was actually getting very, very worried there. I think we need to make a change in a minute, but the highlights come in thick and fast now as Anderson is on the ball, plays it through to Hernan. Hernan with a chance to put it in the middle. Hernan in the middle to Woodyard. Alex Woodyard scores. We're 2-0 up against Luton, and surely the game is beyond all doubt now. Actually, don't say that, because we thought that 92 minutes into the game against Exeter, and then we drew 4-4. So it's still possible for them to come back and win in my eyes, and win by a long way. Wickham currently sitting second in the league, which does show how much of a big win that was in that first game of the season. We beat them 2-1. If they've won every game since, shows how much of a strong side they were, and actually how decent we've been playing. Looking like Luton trying to get a chance now at the end of this game. Havigan makes a nice tackle though, 89 minutes into this game, and now Woodyard's got a chance to beat his man. Does well there. Rose out to Maguire-Drew. Maguire-Drew trying to work some magic on that left-hand side into Hernan. If we can grab a third goal here at the end of the game, as Hernan puts it so close there, just wide the post. That could have been 3-0 and game over completely. But it is game over whatever now. With 20 seconds on the clock, I can guarantee you Luton aren't coming back into this game now. Rose on the ball now, and this closing highlight out to Anderson. Just wasting time now, boys. Just shut the clock down. Let's get the 3 points. Anderson's, whatever that was rubbish. And now it is full time. We've won 2-0 against Luton. What a result. I'm very happy with that. We're top of the table. Can you believe it? We are top of the table. I mean, we have no right to be top of the table. We've just got promoted last season, and we have no right to be sitting top of League 2. But here we are, sitting top of League 2, 5 games in. Absolutely incredible. Dynamics-wise, dressing room atmosphere is very good after that result. Managerial support is at an all-time high ever for me on Football Manager 18, but match cohesion is still rubbish, despite us not losing a game in the league yet, which is interesting. I mean, Alex Woodyard is just being awkward now. He played really well last game, 8.5 rating. So I say to him, your passing was a joy to behold. He says, no, it wasn't. So I say, it impressed me. And he went, well, just let me get on with it. And I don't know what I've done to offend him, because I love him in real life, but I feel like this is even going to affect my real life relationship with him. I say relationship, my real life opinion of him. He doesn't know I exist, so therein lies the issue, I suppose. I mean, is he going to be the Neymar of this series. Obviously, Neymar in the PSG save just hated me, really hated me. And I feel like the same thing is happening now with Alex Woodyard, but it hurts more because I love Alex. So I think this game against Stevenage, we're going to keep things the exact same as it is. I think actually we bring Vickers on. He deserves a game. But saying that, Farman's kept clean sheet. So we'll keep Farman on for now. Dickey, though, can have a little run out because Waterfall and Raggett don't make a decent partnership. And I don't like the orange little bar there. Anton Rogers will come on as a substitute. He's just got rubbish match sharpness. Danny Rose getting better. It does mean that Elliot Whitehouse, poor old Elliot Whitehouse, isn't getting much game time at the moment. So actually, I think we swap him and Billy Knott over. Give Whitehouse a go. Billy Knott can have a little bit of a rest. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with the lineup. So let's carry on with winning the league. Right then, kicking off Stevenage in the white and the red. We're kicking off in our away strip, which is in the black. It's quite a nice kit this year, the away kit, to be fair. We usually have, I think we've had black for perhaps ever, as we've just cleared the ball off the line there from a Stevenage corner. That was pretty lucky. Last season we had green as the away kit. We seem to have green a fair bit. We've had like green and white hoops before. We have yellow. We've had yellow before, I'm sure, as well, and things like that. So black is a new kit for us and it actually looks really smart in real life this season, so I'm quite happy with the away kit. But that's enough rambling about the away kit. I mean, I don't know why I have to talk about that too much. We're on the attack now as Jordan Maguire-Drew puts a lovely ball up to Hernan. Hernan on the edge of the 6-yard box, almost identical to a situation we had in the last game. This time saved by the goalkeeper, and we've now got a corner from it as Maguire-Drew puts the corner in, and it's headed by Dickey onto Raggett, onto Woodyard, and Woodyard has somehow missed from about 4 yards out. Oh, we could have gone 1-0 up there, and that would have been amazing. Anderson on the ball, then Harry Anderson plays it back to Elliot Whitehouse, who puts a great ball out to Maguire-Drew there, to be fair. Maguire-Drew puts it in the middle, and it's collected by Day. A very, very poor cross there, but a lovely worked move in the end, actually. If we can carry on doing that kind of thing, that'll be really good. The clearance is rubbish, and Anderson is back on the ball and plays a great ball through to Hernan, and Hernan puts it past the goalkeeper to make it 1-0, 60 minutes into this game away from Stevenage. And can anyone stop us? We're on an absolute roll at the moment. Really playing very well, really nice football at the moment, and we've now got a chance to score another one as the ball is put in from the throw-in. Hernan on the edge of the area collects it, makes his way to the byline, puts it across to Maguire-Drew, who makes it 2-0 within seconds of making it 1-0. What a little move there those past few minutes. Fantastic stuff, blimey. Elliot Whitehouse has picked up a major knock here. He's recovering nicely though, and nothing's been said about an injury. Even on the he's taken a twisted knee. That's not good. We'll retain possession as well though. Jordan Maguire-Drew has now also picked up a knock. We'll leave him on for now, I think. It's nothing to worry about too much. They've not got an injury next to them, so. And they're recovering in condition as well, both of them. So we'll monitor it. Looks like a rare chance for Stevenage now as they're coming forward. Gorman on the ball, through to Godden. Godden out to Kennedy. Kennedy plays it back to Colon, out to Henry. He's got so much room there. Why was no one marking him? He puts it into Booty. Reagan Booty, I think it probably is. And Kennedy's shot takes a huge deflection, which Farman has to save. Raggett almost with another own goal this season. And it's now gone out for a corner. And it's been put in by Martin. Martin's corner is collected by Franks, and actually Farman collects the ball in the end. Franks had a free header there and should have scored, should have a lot better. But fortunately for us, we're looking like we're going into half-time, 2-0 up. Henry on the ball then for Stevenage, puts it through towards Kennedy, and Kennedy in the middle towards Godden, and Stevenage have pulled one back early on in the second half now. We're still 2-1 up, obviously, because that's how results work. But I'm feeling slightly less confident now. If they can pick us apart that easily, perhaps we've got to worry in the second half now as Kennedy picks the ball up again on the edge of the area, gets tackled though, and Harry Anderson has a chance now to put the ball through to Hernan. Hernan with pace coming forward, gets past his man, gets past his next man. His shot just wide the post though, not entirely that close, but promising at least, promising from us. Right, Whitehouse and Maguire-Drew are still looking a bit injured from their knock, so we'll take Whitehouse off. We'll bring Anton Rogers on for his debut, which is a bit risky with his match fitness, but we'll take him on anyway. Do we have anyone who can come on for Maguire-Drew? Cameron Stewart can, apparently, come on that side for him. I don't know how well he can actually play there. All rightish, I suppose, so we'll trust him there for now. But there's subs that we'll make in the 65th minute. I'm still a bit worried about Woodyard. Like, he's such a key player. He is the second best player that we have contracted to us as, oh my God, Stevenage has gone and scored. I mean, I was saying that I was worried about Woodyard, but I'm more worried now about this result. As things stand, it means we go second in the table, which is not what we want. So we're going to go attacking. We're also going to go, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go fluid. I'm still clicking the wrong thing here. Fluid, please. And hopefully that will change things around. We'll also have a little shout saying get creative, I think. that might change things around for us a little bit. It doesn't look like the tactical changes have worked that well, though, as we're counting down the seconds on the clock now. Hernan loses possession of the ball to Gorman, and that is full time. 2-2 against Stevenage. We've gone from a huge win to a disappointing draw, really. I mean, we're still unbeaten in the league. We're now second in the league, but we're still unbeaten, which is fantastic. I'm going to go assertively, actually. Not happy with the performance out there. They look fired up. Hernan looks cross with me because he played quite well, so we'll say calmly, I appreciate your effort. You were just unlucky at that, and now he looks happy, so that's alright. Slightly bit of a downer to end the episode on there, but it's still fantastic. We're still unbeaten. We're still in the automatic positions. It's something to be pleased with, really. So, of course, next episode is Grimsby away. Absolutely huge episode. I can't wait for that game, especially their 23rd. So, fingers crossed it's a win. I say that now. We'll lose 10-0 or something like that. But that's next episode, so make sure you join me then. If you want a bonus episode this weekend, then make sure you like the video to reach the target of 50 likes this week across all videos. And I'll see you tomorrow.